So I sat down to watch Don't Look Up. I was expecting it to be a lighthearted film to distract me from the struggles of the world with the pandemic, the political issues, and all the suffering from global warming. But instead of peanut butter jelly time, I got existential crisis time. So for a week, I was like this. Oh, I'm going to die. And then I realized that I have a daughter to take care of, and I want a better future for my child. I mean, not only my child, I want a better future for everyone. And instead of focusing on the fact that I can't change everyone and that maybe not everyone is going to be as environmentally friendly as I am, I want to do something that I can control. So I hope this video inspires you guys to try your best. And I don't expect you guys to be perfect. Actually, I do expect you guys to be perfect because I also expect me to be perfect, which is why I don't do anything in the first place, which is ultimately worse than just trying to be good enough. But I digress. I think that we have to give ourselves a lot more grace because we're only human and we're all trying our best, and it's not our fault that the world's going to shit, but it is our responsibility to try to make it better. The things that I do that work for me may not work for you, and that's okay. You should do what works for you, and we'll all be friends, okay? I just know that the internet is not a hospitable environment, and that I feel bad for people that are always on the internet, and I don't like to be on the internet because the internet is a sad, sad place. And if you guys have any comments, easier things that could help be more environmentally friendly for me and other people, please comment down below in a constructive criticism kind of way, not in a you suck kind of way. Thank you. I have started to eat less meat. Before I was pregnant with my daughter, I actually used to be vegan. I used to be more like flexitarian because I would go off the wagon all the time. We all go off the wagon because we're human and we can't be perfect. I like meat. Meat is delicious. But I eat less meat, and I think that's the key. I have incorporated more tofu and less meat into our lives. And that doesn't mean we don't enjoy meat. We love meat. We're also slowly incorporating impossible meat and tofu into our diet. And also, one day when my cat does eventually croak, I am going to eat him because it's stereotypical for Asian people to eat their pets. When I host a wake for him, I will have him in the soup, and I just imagine people being like, oh, the soup is so delicious, and I'll be like, it's Billy. I just love that, and that's totally inappropriate, but I love that. I'm not really gonna eat my cat, but I love the idea that I might potentially eat my cat. He is very expensive. I spent 10 grand on his surgery to save his life, so he should taste just as good, if not better, than Kobe beef with that kind of rationale. Like $10,000 for like 10 pounds of meat is $1,000 per pound. That's a lot for a pound of meat. That should be Kobe beef status, you know what I'm saying? Even though I do think that my daughter should drink whole milk, and we should incorporate that into her diet so that she's drinking half whole milk and half oat milk, so that she does get all those healthy fats, those resources from the milk, the cow, but also she's drinking an alternative milk that is better for the environment. Because I do, one, feel bad for that mom cow that always has to get pregnant. This is just the saddest story, and if you want to skip this, like, I totally understand. Because it always pains me to know that whole milk and cream and anything that comes from a cow is a mom that was pregnant and then her babies go away. Oh, it's the saddest thing. I don't drink, or I try not to. I really try not to drink any more half and half or cream. And instead of using cream, I've been using a fattier, creamier oat milk that tastes just as good as the half and half. And I think it's also good for your body. Like, I think the fact that we're drinking alternative milk, it has lower calories. It'll just keep you thin. You know, women, we are driven by certain things, and some of that is one, sex. That's why I look sexy for you guys, and two, to be thin, because women care about their vanity a lot. And so if it sells you more to drink oat milk or alternative milk like almond milk, soy milk, whatever, because it will keep you thin, if you need some other inspiration, then use it. And if it's not the best inspiration, who cares? Just fucking use it, because it's still good for the world. So I feel like vegans, one of the most ineffective groups. I think Christianity has a one-up on veganism because Christians make beautiful rock music. I love their music, and it makes me want to like change and become Christ-like. The music is always so good. But vegans are, I used to be a vegan. Whenever I told people I was vegan, people would give me grief. They would automatically tell me, there's nothing wrong with eating meat, it's actually quite natural to eat meat. And I would have to say, yo, I didn't tell you that you had to be vegan, I'm just telling you that I'm vegan. I believe they get this reactive because vegans can be very judgy because that's all they have. They're still starved of meat. They want meat. The only thing they have is their judgment. And I feel the same about Christians. I know not all Christians are like this and not all vegans are like this. I know this is just a stereotype that I have. And a lot of people have because it's prominent. Like, I was a vegan and I never told anyone that they should be vegan. I really believe in like, you do you, I do me, we're different people. We only know what's best for our own life. I'm not gonna tell you what to do with your life. But I feel like vegans do have this like judgmental air about them because they just want some meat. So ultimately, I don't want to make you feel like you have to not eat meat or you're a bad person. Just because someone's wearing fur and you throw red paint at them, do you think that's going to make them listen to your message? Because it's dumb that you would think that. Like, you just insulted them, you harassed this person, you didn't respect them. How are they going to listen to you? They're not going to. I don't understand PETA. I know that they're trying to do it from a goodness of their own heart and they're trying to protect animals, but they must understand that after years of trying, they're not that effective because they're not being respectful a lot of the time. And yeah, companies are bad and some of these people need to change their beliefs, but again, you have to change them by being nice. If you realize that you're not being effective, then you should really stop what you're doing and change your ways so that you can get your message across. Anyway, so then I feel I would more so promote Meatless Mondays. You know, just slowly incorporate things into your life. Instead of reaching for the milk bottle, reach for the oat milk bottle or the almond milk bottle. Again, you don't have to be perfect. We don't all have to be vegans, but we can try to just incorporate more plant-based food. Besides, it's actually better for your health to have more plant-based food anyways. I am so much hotter than I used to be. Because I used to eat like lots of meat and lots of dairy. It has a lot of cholesterol, it's not that great for your figure, and I know, it's so vain to just think about how you look, but it's helpful to motivate you to eat stuff that's more environmentally friendly to help the world. So again, do what you gotta do to get you where you need to go. But if, again, you fuck up, that's life. Like, we all fuck up. And we shouldn't expect to be perfect. We should just expect that we hopefully can all care enough about our humanity and the community and the world to try our best. That's all we could do. We can't change anyone else and we can't be perfect, but we can try our best. And that's all I want to spread out there. I'm not spreading perfectionism because heavens knows that I'm not perfect. And you guys know this about me already, but I like to buy my clothes thrifted because it's way better for the environment because you're not producing new clothes. But also, a lot of these clothes are really new anyway, and they cost a fraction of the price, and they're all really attractive clothes. Like, I can find stuff all the time at the Goodwills and the thrift stores in my area. Again, the fact that it's like good for the environment, and it's good for your wallet, bro. Like, you're saving some money, I love that. My husband wears the shit out of his t-shirts. I actually turn them into rags. When I clean my house, I use rags that I used from like old t-shirts to clean my house. A lot of people use heavy chemical cleaning supplies, and I actually prefer to just use vinegar because it's super cheap, good for the environment, natural, and good for my child. The only thing I do use that is like chemical is Clorox for sinks and tubs, and Windex for my mirrors because I do like a very squeaky clean, very like clean-esque mirror. I don't know how you can get that naturally. Windex just always works so well. The bird going into the window commercials really sold me. Yes, and I use that for my windows, but every other surface I typically just use vinegar and it always works. It smells awful for like a second and then it's super clean. And also, I use rags when I'm crying. I cry a lot because life is suffering, okay? Buddha was right, life is suffering. When I'm in therapy especially because I'm crying, and blubbering my life away and pouring my heart out, I would just use the rags because again, you just throw it in the wash and everything's clean again. And it's also cheaper than buying paper towels all the time. You don't have to buy any more paper towels or tissues. You just use your old clothes and it's perfect. Even though I like to pretend I am a strong, independent woman, I still cry about my daddy issues. When I was 4 years old, he left me. And maybe yes, that is why I am sluttier than your average person, but hey, daddy issue girls make fun girls. I don't know what I'm saying. And yes, it's not technically not about global warming, but a lot of people know about grocery bags. Do you guys know about produce bags? So instead of using the flimsy, very thin plastic bags at the grocery store to carry your produce in, you can buy reusable bags. I will link them down below. And I used to give them away as gifts as well because I feel like people don't really know about produce bags. You just leave your produce bags in your grocery bags and you're always going to use them. It's not a hard habit to pick up for sure. While 400,000 tons of plastic was discarded in 1960, now it's 28 million tons of plastic. In 2010, that was 10 years ago. I can't imagine what it's like now. But anyways, we could just try to do our part. Obviously, plastic is everywhere. It's so hard to get rid of. Just try the produce bags. Please, just try them. They're very effective. They do the same thing. The aftermath of watching Don't Look Up, that I'm not appreciating the things I have as much because I'm always wanting more stuff. And I feel like it's a very innate, very natural thing to want more things, especially now that I'm doing YouTube and it seems like people like my fashion videos. Even though I feel like this urge to buy more clothing so that I can make more videos for you guys, I am going to try to just appreciate what I have and hope that what I have is enough for you guys because it is enough for me. And so I'm going to really just try to appreciate all the clothes I have. And if I do go shopping, I hope it won't be so much of a haul. And yes, I also think it's completely fine to shop at ThredUp and Goodwill at like thrift stores in general because you are reusing clothes and a lot of those clothes would go into the bin anyways. So I don't think there's a problem. I just think that for me, I have enough clothes and I'm tired of shopping, so I just want to take a break. I am so idealistic. I believe that love is supposed to be beautiful and perfect and whatever, but no, love is a lot of work. And it's the same thing with like eating low meat diet. Like low meat diet is a lot of work and sometimes it just doesn't work out and that's fine. And sometimes you want meat and that is fine. Things don't have to be perfect. They just have to be in the right direction. Progress is all we're aiming for, okay? I hope you don't expect me to be perfect with being environmentally friendly. And I wouldn't want to impose that kind of standards on you either. That's the only way change is ever going to happen. Like if our leaders know that we care about the environment and that we need to do something about our environment because we needed to do something like yesterday. The next best thing is that we do it today. And then also contacting your local companies. Like if you go to McDonald's a lot and you're tired of all the bags they use and the plastic, then it would be helpful if you tell them that it's important to you. I recently emailed Celestial Seasonings, I think that's what it's called. It's that tea brand and they have like this plastic around their boxes and I was like, you don't need the plastic. Lots of companies don't have plastic around their boxes. So I emailed them and they emailed me back. I know a lot of people feel like they're so small and insignificant that they don't feel like anything they do will help the environment, but anything they do will be better than nothing. Trying your best is all you can do. Just try your best, you guys. We're all trying our best. And if I can inspire somebody out there to be more conscientious of their choices, I mean, again, you can't do all the things that I'm doing. That's fine. Just do what you can. I might not be able to do as much as the next person, but that's okay. Everyone just needs to try their best. Ooh, and if you guys liked these tips or if you felt like this can inspire someone else, please share it to them or share it to a lot of people because it would not only help me be more effective, but it would be beneficial for the world. Because we all have to do something or we are doomed to create hell on earth, which I know it already kind of feels like hell on earth, but we have to try to change that. We just do. Super morbid, I know. Also, if you haven't seen Don't Look Up, it's a really good movie. Yes, I know, I spent a week in debilitating depression, but after that week, I was inspired to be more environmentally conscious. So was it worth it? I think so. To help save my planet, yeah. Alright, I love you guys so much. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time.